Okay, hi everyone. Hello. Let's see. Hi Ahmed, how are you? Anita, Arjuna, Shaked, hi. Teresa, hello. John Perro, wow. Curtis, JJ, Jose, Shmuel Shaya, hello. That's so nice. Ron, hi. Lizette, very nice. And Oran, did you find the chat box? Find the chat box, yes. And Arjuna, hello, my friend. Yes, excellent. Avery, hello. Aaron, hi. Okay, we are going to start part two, and this is going to be amazing. I'm going to do a very short recap so you get into where we are. This is really the most basic data about this universe, and it is the most powerful data. So most people think that basic is simple or weak or something like that, but you will see that the real thing, anything that's real is simple. Anything that's true is simple. Hey Vadim, hello. Candice, thank you for the help. David, excellent. Marcel and family, hello. Okay, so let's start. We are still in the introduction. This is lesson number 2, and let's start with agreements. No recording, please. Please, no recording. Nothing I say today is true. Nothing I say today is true unless it is true for you. So forget about what you know already. Forget about what you heard. Forget about all the opinions. Have a look in a totally new unit of time and decide for yourself. Does it make sense to you? Not to those things that people told you. So nothing I said today is true. Nothing I teach you is new. You already know it. So how do I know that you already know it? Because when I tell you something, you look into your mind and you come back with an answer and you tell me yes or no. What does it mean? It means that you already knew. Okay, so nothing I teach you is new. You already know it. And that's why it has to be simple, because you already know it. And if it's not simple, it means that it contains a lie. Anything that is not simple contains a lie. If your husband come home and start to give you this complex story, you need to know your husband is lying. Okay, if it's your wife, she's never lied. Okay, then what I teach you is not just theories. It is proven facts, but they need to be implemented in an exact manner. And they are different to what you are used to. They're very different, really different. And hence, it is the ability to confront the drills. It is the ability to confront the drills, not just the listening, that will produce the expected result. Now, some of you know already this exercise, but I want all of you to do it, even if you know it, because I want to add something. I want you to take a deep breath, okay? Just take a deep breath. Just inhale as long as you can. And as long as you can, just inhale, and let me know when you cannot inhale. Just say now. Just write in the chat now when you cannot inhale anymore. Just inhale for as long as you can. Now, Shmuel. Now, okay. Curtis, Ahmed, Lizette now. Perfect. Aaron now. Perfect. John, excellent. As I said, it's the ability to confront the drill. JJ, 12 seconds. Is that an improvement? Or excellent, Ron. Now, Marcel, okay, yes. Perfect. Now, why am I telling you to do that exercise? Very good timing. Wow. Why I'm telling you to do that? Because each one of you will have to, at one point, to excel. Which means every time in your life where you got chopped, where you got a problem, is because you unbalance the inhale and exhale. This inhale and exhale can be how much you attack versus how much you protect. It can be how much you listen versus how much you talk. It can be how much you look into, how much you put out communication versus accept or receive communication. Every time this has been unbalanced, and it has to be 50-50, every time it has been unbalanced, you got into trouble and you lost. This is really fascinating. I don't know if you know, but in World War II, there was something that called the Blitz. The Blitz was a tactic of German tactics where they came up on a motorcycle with a machine gun and they took half a friends. Like a person with a machine gun just took, like just few people with a machine gun just took half of France. Why? Because France after World War II, after World War I, got indoctrinated into protection only. And they had this massive line of protection, and they put 90% of their attention on protection. Israel had the same thing in the Bar-Lev line in the Suez Canal. Israel was just set up in 73 just for protection, no attack. And because of that, Israel got into a deep problem in 73, in the war of 73. So the problem of life is the problem of balance, 50% inhale, 50% exhale. Why I'm telling you all of that is because when I talk, you inhale, and if you don't write anything in the chat, you don't have any exhale, and so you will choke. So you need your acknowledgement. You need to say something. You need to anticipate in that call. Does it make sense? Yes, good. Excellent. Jose, yes, excellent. It does. Perfect. Excellent. So you get it. Excellent. So if you don't understood, very good. If you don't actually participate through the chat, you will not get even 10% of what I'm teaching. Okay, so you need to participate. And the most important thing about anything we're doing, it needs to be fun. If it's not fun, it's not life. If it's not fun, it's a waste of time. It needs to be fun. It cannot be serious. So whatever we do today has to be, and whatever you do in life has to be fun. Actually, there is a law that I say that happiness is prerequisite for success. Unseriousness is prerequisite for success, but that's a different story. Let's continue. What I need you to do is list all the non-optimal conditions or situations in your life. Just write in the chat or write for yourself and tell me that you've done all the non-optimal conditions or situation in your life. Overweight, relationship, sex, money, food, feelings, anything that is not optimal in your life, I need you to write it down. Just write it down. This is your Excel. Raising children, yes, excellent. Money, yes, money. David, Kate, communication, yes. David, health, money. Yeah, what else? All, yes. My wife, okay. Finance, job, living situation, Ron, yes. Relationships, yes. Muscles, yes, Shaked, I understand that. Yes, dating with the bad karma, yes. Crazy mother-in-law, money, career, money, relationship. 2D, okay, so Vadim, 2D. Relationship with parents, so you mean family and so on. Some health issues, non-optimal, almost everything. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, so why, if this is a non-optimal condition, yes, life orientation, John, sex, money, business, relationship, done, career, health, money. Okay, is that done? Perfect. So my next question, why are they not handled? Why those situations are not handled? Why are they not handled? Why are you not just handling them? Why are they not handled? Too little confront, yes, that's true. Yeah, very nice, smart. I was the victim, okay, good. Barriers for me, I don't know how to do it, I'm not good, not sure how. External influences, not enough willingness. Personal irresponsibility, okay, because did not know we were the creators, okay. Too much false data, excellent. Willingness, I've had an unwilling viewpoint. Not using my potential, very good. Red tape, yes, of course. Not finding the right person, yes. Not sure how to handle in my job when I don't, yes. Yes, you don't make the rule. Every yes, not certain about the way, because they serve me in some other way. Very smart, Tracy. I'm on my phone, so I can find the chat box. Yes, the phone do not have a chat box. Too much false data, not realizing that I know, Leah. Okay, good. Okay, so there's two things here. There's good news and bad news. Okay, the bad news is like that. Once you had a reason for a problem, once you have a reason for a problem, if you have the real reason, if you really had the real reason, it will go away. If you have a reason and the problem did not go away, it is fake reality. That's the bad news. Okay, so if you try to solve a problem and you say the reason the problem is that, you say, well, I have problem with diet because I eat too much. Your problem is not that you eat too much. That's a manifestation. If you're not using your potential, it's a manifestation of something else. If you have too much false data, it's a manifestation of something else. If you have a personal irresponsibility, it is a manifestation of something else. It's not the real reason. Does it make sense to you? Same thing, red text. Anything you wrote, every single thing you wrote is not the real reason. Because when you find the real reason for a problem, the problem goes away. Let me show you something, okay? Let me show you something. What is the definition of the word problem? What's the definition of the word problem? What is a problem? What's the definition of the word problem? What is a problem? Force, counter force, yes. Force, counter force, yes. Something you can't resolve, yes. Very good. Something you can't resolve. Anyone else? What is the definition of the word problem? Something that gets in the way. Yes, exactly. Something presented to you that you don't have all the answers yet. Excellent. Unwanted situation. Very good definition. So let me show you what is a problem. A problem is you here want something. You are 100% sure that this is what you want. There's no question. And there is some other force that is opposite to you in one way or another. It can be exactly opposite to you, or it can be just from the side. Yes, it doesn't have to be 180 degrees opposite. Yes, good, JJ. And you will see that that's a problem. The problem is this thing. This is two forces. Okay. Now, when you find the real reason for the problem, you will think that you will move this side of the problem, the right side. You will handle what you try to do now is to handle that side of the problem. But the truth is that the only thing you can handle is this side of the problem, your side. Because if you have a problem and you decide, okay, let's say you have a problem. Let's say that you have a problem with money. Okay, you have a problem with money, you have a problem with money. The first thing to know is that you create it. You decide that it's a problem. You decide again and again and again that it's a problem. If you will just stop it, if you will just stop pushing against it, if you will just remove that force, you will decide, money not an issue. There will be no problem with money. So the point to understand is that if you have a problem, you create the problem. This is really fascinating. If you have a problem, you create the problem, and everything you told me before is external things to you. Not using my potential. It's not, you don't say it's me, you say, I'm not using my potential. There is some other reason. Red tape is some other reason. Not finding the right person. Is all of that. You say it's something to do with you, but you don't know that you're creating the problem. Does it make sense to you? I need to know if everyone with me with that. Yes, if you're not, just tell me, so I will explain it even further. Totally. Okay, good. So now, by the way, around that, like you don't know that you're creating your own feeling. You don't know that you're creating your own problems. You're not aware of that. Even if you know it logically, you don't actually know it. Now, how do you fix any broken and non-optimal condition or situation? How do you fix any of that things? Even if it's not a problem, if it's not optimum condition, it's a problem. You decide, you have to be willing to look, stop using force, yes. If you stop making a problem out of it, yes, but how? This is true, it's true. But when I have a headache, let's say I have a headache, that's my problem. How do I stop it? Willingness, okay, how do you stop the pain? Find the cause of the problem, change your mind. How do you change your mind? Confront it. True, you need to, all of that is true, 100% true. But how? When someone put a knife to your heart, how do you confront it? I don't know. Nothingness, bigger problem, that's true. You just decide, Tracy, yes. How many times you decided and you continue to do the opposite of what you know is right? Communication, yes. Create an emergency, Candice, that's good. Very short-term solution. Match it, yes. Okay, so the point is like that. If you don't know 100% the answer to this question, without any doubt, like this is the answer and I can demonstrate it in my life. If you don't know the answer for that, the problem is not that you will have a problem, that you will accumulate more and more problems. Do you understand? The problem is like that. If you don't know it, let's say you have a problem here, okay? Let's say this is your problem and you don't know how to solve it. What happens is that all your attention goes to that problem. And because you're trying to handle the problem, but you're trying to handle it incorrectly, you leave a whole lot uncontrolled, and that thing will become the new problem because you leave it uncontrolled. Because any problem you have, it's something you left uncontrolled. Are you with me? Any problem you have, a problem gets created because you dropped control. Open cycle. Yes. Okay. So the more problems you have, the more your attention unit, which is your real and only power, your attention units get stuck on the problem. And what you lose, what you lose when you get your attention on the problem. When you put your attention on a problem, ability to create your power, control, yes, block, okay, forget the solution, excellent. Let me show you something. If this is the beginning of time, okay, this is the beginning of time, and this is time, okay, and this is time, and it goes like that. Now you have a problem. At one point, this is today, let's say this is today, and you have a problem. And now you start to putting your attention on that problem. You, the spirit, put all the attention on that problem, okay? You put all the attention on that problem. What you gain a problem, but you lose your ability to create, because your ability to create, as you know from the earlier lessons, come from you, and you are not of the physical universe. This is the physical universe. This is the physical universe. This is the universe of plus and minus, and this is the spiritual universe, the thing that created the physical universe. Everyone with me, or some of you have not seen the earlier lessons? You with me? Yes, with you. Yes. Okay. So what you do when you put your attention on a problem, you become the problem. You stop creating. Okay, David, I will explain. Okay, so let me do just a very quick recap, 2 seconds recap, okay? This is amazing, yes. Yes. Exactly, Jose, exactly. Okay, so let me just explain very quickly. So for those people that have not been before, do you agree that that this universe started at one point, time started at one point, and it continues, it seems like, to infinity? Everyone with me with that? Good. Which means that before time continue, there was no time. So far, so good. Now, if we look at the smallest number in this universe, it's 2. Why the smallest number in this universe is 2? Because everything in this universe composed of force, counter force, plus and minus. There's no big without small. There's no beautiful without ugly. There's no strong without weak. There's no plus without minus. Everyone with me? Yes, yes, yes. Which means that the physical universe is composed of plus and minus, and the spiritual universe, or the universe that created the physical universe, is not physical. It does not compose of plus and minus, which means that this thing, the nothingness is the thing that do not compose of plus minus, the thing that is not physical. The nothingness created the somethingness. So the only creation there is from nothing to something. And anything within here is actually a change and not a creation. So this universe, the physical universe, expand. The physical universe expand. And the physical universe expand because those entity, or not entity, those things, those spirits, or those abilities here, or potential here, still put plus and minus in varying degrees. And the more pluses and minuses being put there, the more the physical universe expand. And if you would check, you will see that the physical universe expand all the time. Now, everything you look at, everything, if this is present time, if this is right now, yes, in order for you to be able to create and not to be the effect, effect is an inability to create. In order for you to be able to create, what you need to do is to go back to the beginning. You need to go to the before the past. Yes, this is where you create, but everything around tells you to go forward. So the more you put attention on the past, meaning you're stuck on one of those things that happen, the less of you exists. So when you have a problem, all a problem is an instant that convince you to look at a specific point in the past and think maybe about the future, but ignore present time. And present time is actually here before the beginning. It's not between the past and the future. It is at the moment of creation. Everyone with me? Yes, it is. Wow. Present time is not between the past and the future. Thank you, John. Thank you, Aaron. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. Good. So when you have a problem and it does not get solved, basically what you have is you are not in present time. You are not here. You are either stuck in the past or try to create unsuccessfully the future. So you're either stuck in the past or stuck in the future and ignoring present time, because present time is not now. Present time is before the past, if it makes sense to you. Present time is before the past. Okay? Good. 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 Excellent. Okay, good. So are you saying there are no problems in present time? Yeah, present time, there's no problem. When there's an emergency is a moment of jumping back into before the beginning. And you'll see in an emergency, you don't have problems. You just do things. Yes, present time is outside of time. Present time create time. Good, Heron. I've never heard a present time explained this way. Good. Or if you explain it before, I forgot. Okay, Avery. I'll need to listen to your recording to understand this better. Okay, Ahmed. Good. True, true, true. Yeah. Wow. Nice. Oh my God, this is so true. Just happened to me this week. Yes, Tracy. Fascinating. Jerry, yes. Very real. Yes, JJ. Okay. So all the problems you have actually comes about because you have no idea what this thing is and how to be there, because throughout your lives, not lives, you've been indoctrinated and convinced and convinced and convinced and convinced that the best thing that happened to you is experience. Yes, you've been convinced that experience is very, very important. You need to learn, Yet, your experience is the sum of all your limitations. Your experience tells you what you cannot do. Because here you can do anything, and here you limit yourself in what you can do. There is, let's say, there is gravity. Well, gravity limits you to what you can do. So as long as you agree to gravity, that's it. The planet was flat, so there was a limitation of what you could do. And then someone came and said, "Nah, you know what? It's round." And as long as you agree that it's round, you have different limitations, different possibilities and different limitations. Okay, does it make sense so far? Good. So what is your potential? What is your potential? You see, before you answer that question, I just want to tell you that the whole idea behind the from zero to hero is to give you the data to teach you what is this area. I will do this whole seminar, this 25 hours I told you I'm going to do. This is what we're doing today, is just an intro, so you will have some reality today and maybe probably the next week as well. Is just to have some reality why you need to know that. Because if I'll tell you that what you need to know is not what happened in the past, not what will happen in the future, but what you need to know is what happened before time, it will be a little bit unreal. But that's the only thing you need to know, because if you will know that, all the rest, all the other things that I'll teach you about cells and about this and about that, all of them with that knowledge will put you in control. And without that knowledge, you will just be a robot to one degree or another, because you will know that this happened and then that will happen and then that will happen. That's a robot. But when you are here, when you can create anything just by your ideas, now we're talking about something else. That's why, that's the purpose. That's what we're going to do with these sets of seminars. Okay, so what is your potential? What is your potential? What is your potential? Or how will you define potential? Ability, good. What is your potential? What is the definition of the word potential? Ability to create anything, possibilities, limitless abilities, mystery of present time. Wow. Power, beautiful. Ideas, unlimited, very nice. What we're capable of, yes, everything I'm capable of. That's beautiful. Ron Curtis. Possible but not used yet. Yes, Shaked, excellent. All you can create. Yes, Jose. Things you can do if you delete all consideration. Shmuel, very nice. It is when we are on the left bow, that's true. Limitless power, not use it. Yes, very good. Capacity to become or develop into something. Very nice, very nice. Okay, good. So let's have a look. Let's see what the dictionary first says. So the dictionary say possible but not yet, but as yet not actual. Having a latent, hidden, or dormant possibility or likelihood of occurring or of doing or becoming something. So this is something that did not yet happen. It could happen, did not happen. Potential, okay? Capacity for development. A capacity to develop, succeed, or become something. So this is, again, it's not, you have not developed yet. You could, but you didn't, okay? It's generally expressing possibility. You say may or might in English, okay? Now, it's very important to understand that it comes from potent. It's from 14th century directly or via French or late Latin, potentials. Latin mean potent. Okay, so let's see what potent means, which means that potential comes from potent. The word potential actually means the real things that people try to communicate when they say potential is potent. Okay, so what is potent? The dictionary defines potent as strong and effective, possessing great physical, political, or military strength and power. So which means your potential is strong and effective. The way to use potential with this definition is a potent force, very strong and effective, okay? Strong and effective. It's not just strong. It's not just, it is really effective. It can bring the result. Powerfully persuasive, exerting or capable of exerting great powers of persuasion or influence. So a potent symbol, something that really have a very powerful persuasive power with strong physiological effect, producing a powerful effect on the body or mind when taken, eaten, or drunk. So something that when you use, it brings about a powerful or strong physiological effect. So it's affecting the mind, it's affecting the body, it affects other people, it persuades people. Potent has a very strong connotation to it. Okay, so potential. Now, it's really come from 15th century, Latin, potent, present participant of possess, be powerful or be able. Basically, potential means that you're being powerful or able. So far, so good? Potential, you're being powerful or being able. So far, so good? Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Excellent. Good. All good, Kate. Excellent. Now, potential is the ability, possible but not yet actual, to exert power without the use of energy, by beingness alone. So you exert power without the use of energy. Usually, to create power, what you do, you deliver energy, okay? And when that energy hits something, what you get here in the point of hitting is power. Everyone are with me? So potential actually means the ability to create, here some kind of power without the use of energy. Now, if you will talk to most people, they will tell you that the spirit is energy and the controlling energy and energy and energy and energy. And I want to tell you that the more energy you use, the less powerful you will become. Why? Why? Why the more energy you use, the less powerful you become? Why? Curtis, yes, yes. Because it's finite. You have a car, it has energy, yes? There's a car, there's energy, there's a place for the fuel. And the more you use the energy, the less powerful you become. Does it make sense? Let me just handle that for a second. Let me get Skype. Name S. Okay. If I'm the creator, how can I have limits? If that's a very good question, and we will see how. Okay. But the general answer is by you using energy. Energy is in the physical universe, and the more I use, the more I will lose my creative ability. I'm at 100%. Don't I create the energy? Yes, you do. But when you create the energy, you start to believe that the energy is the boss. And I will explain it. You will see. I'm just giving you a hint right now. Okay? So potential, again, potential is the ability, possible but not yet actual, to exert power without the use of energy, by beingness alone, just by being. Okay? You have the potential, you have a power, and that power is what? What is that power? You have the potential. What is the power that you actually have? What is thing that called the power? Power for what? Yes, that's good, Cheryl. Thoughts, John, okay. Just ideas, yes, okay. To make space, nothingness, create, control, to create. So you, the potential, have the power, and that power is what? What is the only power you have? Stress, ability to create space, power to create, yes. To create in present time, okay. Postulate, yes. Bring about something out of nothing, create space. Okay, so your potential, your power, the only power you have is the power to bring about something out of nothing. And by that, create space, and space alone. Okay, let me explain. Let me explain. So this is the beginning of time. Okay. On the right, we have the physical universe, and on the left, we have the spiritual universe. Okay. So far, so good. On the right, we have the physical. On the left, we have the spiritual universe. Now, the right operates on energy alone. If you are not sure about it, try to move a stone without energy. Just talk to the stone and see if it can move. On the right, you operate on energy alone. On the left, you operate on potential alone. What is potential? Is the ability to bring something out of nothing. You bring into here something. And the only thing you can do here, the only thing that you can create here is actually space. What does it mean, space? You assume a viewpoint, and around these viewpoints, you put points around you, and what you get, you actually put 8 points around you, and what you get something that we call space. And the 8 points are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 points. And what you have is a space. Okay? So you look around the room, you have a space, you put it there. Okay? You just put it there. If you don't look, there's no space. Sometimes you have a bad day and you see that you don't see anything around you. Okay? You don't see anything around you. You see just the past. And sometimes you have a great day and you look out and you say, wow, this is so nice outside. When you look out, what you do, you put those points out. When you look, you put those points out. Actually, when you observe, you put those points out. Okay? So far, so good? Everyone with me? Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. So, the power to bring about something out of nothing. And what is this power? What is this power? The power to bring about something out of nothing, and by that create space and space alone. And what is that power? What's that power? What is that power? The spirit, yes. Jose, yes. Ideas, yes, yes. Ability to postulate, Reza, to bring something out of nothing, yes. But what is the power? What's that mean, to postulate? What does it mean? What is the actual power that the spirit has? What is the only power that you have? Being the capability to create, yes. To put it there, okay. So this is all true. You inherently know that, and you feel, and it's true. To create space, yes. This power is actually the power to bring something out of nothing, is the power of ideas. The power to bring something out of nothing is the power of ideas. When you can bring something out of nothing, what you actually have here is an idea. You just you have an idea and you turn this idea into something, into space, and that's the only power you have. Only, yes, it is one. So far, so good. Everyone with me? Anything that happened in this universe, any improvement, anything, really what it is, it was just an idea. So anything in this universe, any facts, anything that is here as a fact, any fact here used to be an idea here. Are you with me? So any fact used to be an idea. What is an idea definition? I'm about to define it. Hold on. Ideas, not energy, rule the world. And the trick is that people study and learn and use energy. And at the beginning, when you use energy, you get results. You get results. You get result. Your child is not behaving, you use energy, you shout at him, you get results, you get immediate result. But those results will deteriorate because the more energy you use, energy can be defined as something that happened because of something else. One of the definition of energy is something that happened because of something else. So there's a prior cause all the time that happened, and atoms move from here to here, and what we have is a release of energy. Okay, so far so good. Yes, good. Excellent. Good. So ideas, not energy, rule the world. The more you use energy, the less power you will have. You can look at that. You can look at that in this form. You can say, if I will this is power, yes. This is, or potential. You have a potential here. And the more I release the potential and turn it into energy, eventually what I get is nothing. I have a win. I see when people are coming up with ideas and I squash that ideas, I'm really, you squash their power. Yes, I should never squash an idea, but instead encourage more and more ideas. Wow, 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 John. This is amazing. This is very, very fascinating. Yes, it is good news. I agree. I agree. Are you saying that to create an ideas and then throw it in the physical universe and protect it with your anchor points? No, I'm not talking about protection. Not at all. I will explain. I'm just talking about ideas right now, without the further what's happening with them. Okay, so this is really fascinating. Ideas. You will see, Vadim, within a second. Let's take one thing at a time. This is just assuming that assuming that I took this potential and assuming that somehow I drop this stone down, I will lose the potential. Because to get that potential again, I need to invest energy to bring it back here. And even then I would not get the same potential because this thing changed form already. Okay, so you see you will have a lot of questions, but I'll take you step by step and you will understand everything, I promise you. All I want you to see right now is that the only power you have is the power of ideas. Ideas, not energy, rule the world, and you have been indoctrinated all day long to use energy to bring anything about. So if you have, if this is the physical universe, okay? If this is the physical universe, okay? And let's say there is here a cup of tea, okay? And this is you. And you want the tea. You need to walk to the cup of tea. What does it mean? It means that you need to exert energy, lose potential, exert energy, lose potential in order to bring about something. Which means you've been indoctrinated day in and day out. Every time you move, every time you look, every time you do anything, you've been indoctrinated that actions, energy, not idea is the boss. And what happens is the more you do that, time goes by, and this time, what's time? Time is the process of getting you away from you. Time is a process devised by external forces to get you away from you. Because every second that you agree with time, you get away from you. Where is you? This is you. What you do in the physical universe? Every second you get away from you. That's why you get old. That's why you become slower. That's why you become weaker. Because you believe more and more and more that energy is the boss, not you. Okay, are you with me? Are you with me with that? This is really amazing to understand. So the only thing to do is to recover that. Any person that teach you about energy, actually, knowingly or unknowingly, take you away from you. Any person, anything that actually convince you to use or learn or study or do anything with energy, actually get you away from you. When you know something, you use no energy. When you play, let's say I've learned how to play guitar, at the beginning it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of effort, a lot of effort. Once you know there's no effort, it just somehow happen. And when there is an effort, it doesn't work so well. That's correct. The mass universe is the devil. So if you looked for hell and you arrive to the physical universe, you're in hell. Only having an idea without action So what is worth having the idea? I will explain. I will explain. You will see. You will see, Nick. Okay, so ideas, not energy, rule the world. Because as I told you earlier, every fact used to be an idea. Listen, every fact used to be an idea. So everything you see in the physical universe, from one side to the other side, all the galaxies, all the everything that you know, everything used to be an idea. Thank you, Marcel. Now, what is life? What is life? What is life? Amazing, yes, it is amazing, I agree. What is life? Combination of ideas, okay. When we learn anything like driving a car or playing a guitar, is there a way to do it without energy? Yes, there is. Bring ideas to reality, okay, beingness, confusing, okay, communication, spirit and physical, yes, stand for matter, energy, space and time, okay. A game, life is a game, okay. Idea plus the physical universe, okay, okay, good. An idea, yes, okay. Okay, let's have a look at life. Everything we do, say and think, growing up using energy. Okay, good. So let's have a look. If I wanted to take something that have the ability to bring about any effect by ideas alone, something out of nothing, this is ideas alone, something out of nothing, and make the effect more important than the ability to bring it about, I will create the following situation. So let me explain. Let's say this is the physical universe here to the right, okay, and this is the spiritual universe. So let's say here there is something that possesses qualities of God, okay, and this God, this thing, can bring about something out of nothing. It can have an idea and it can bring it about in the physical universe, okay. And if I wanted to take this something for, let's say I'm in opposition to this thing and I want to minimize this thing and to make this thing nothing. So I have something that has the ability to bring about any effect by ideas alone and make the effect more important than the ability. So I want to make the facts more important than the creator of facts. This is what's happening in life right now, yes? You have facts, your body, your cars, your money is more important than who create them, yes? If I want to make that, if I want to get that, to take this entity and to make it into nothing, what will I do? What will I do? The God, the creator, will be servant to his own creation, and as a result will stop creating, and that is life. So what I will do, I will take this God, this unbelievable ability, God not like God that you know, like not a religious God, yes? So just God is someone that can create something out of nothing. So I will take this God and I will convince him over time that what he created is senior to him. He created that. I will make him forget that he created, and I will tell him, you are the effect of that. You are the effect of that. You are the effect of that. And what I will get? I will get life. This is amazing, 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 which means that the only way to succeed in life is to reverse this process. It is true. Yeah, wow. Yeah. It's just crazy, yes. And you will see that everything you love, everything you think is beautiful, everything you think it should be like that, everything you believe in, Everything that you think is wow because it convinces you that it's more important than you. Listen, everything you think is beautiful. The reason you love blue and not red, the reason you like straight lines on walls, let's say you build a house in this way, let's say this is the way that your house is look. Let's say you think, oh, this is a nice house, and you don't think that the house should look like that, something like that, because this kind of house convince you that it's beautiful, it's nice, I want it, which means you are nothing and the house is something. Now, if you look at all the old religions, Buddhism, blah, 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 everyone was talking about getting rid of what you have. That's not the way to do it. Because getting rid of what you have make you into an effect. The only way is not to get rid of what you have. That's not the way. Is actually to make you know that you are the boss, that you're creating, and actually getting you to drill creation for no reason at all, from nothing to something, from nothing to something. Good, Josie. Okay, so the whole idea is you need to learn how to create something out of nothing. And before you have that ability, yes, Candice, before you have that ability, you basically can learn as much as you want, can do whatever you want, you will not actually improve. Because the physical universe expands in the direction of deterioration. Because what happens when something expands? Why the expansion of the physical universe is the problem? Because this is you and this is the physical universe, and the physical universe expands. The more the physical universe expands, the further it gets away from you, the more you believe that you are smaller. So the expansion of the physical universe is the contraction of you. The expansion of the physical universe is the contraction of you. Yes, it is mind-blowing data. Yeah. Yes, becoming smaller, contraction becoming smaller. You know, if you are looking at something, this is you look at that, and this is where you're standing. Here it's big, and the further you go away from it, the smaller it looks. Did you notice that? That's what happened. So the more you focus on the physical universe, the more you limit your potential. 100%, Kate. Until I know I created the expansion, then I can be at cause. Until you actually control the expansion, which means you don't anymore, it's not expanding. It's not anymore expanding. You're creating. There's no expansion. There's only present time. There's no future. There's no past. The deterioration was at the beginning, people thought about future, and then they started to think about the past. When they created enough future, they thought about the past, and so it goes on and on. Okay, this is really different. As I told you, this is the real basic secrets. Okay, so what we had a potential. You had the potential to assume a viewpoint, to have an idea. This all you had. That's all you had. That's the secret of secrets. Yes. Now, this potential, you just had the potential to assume a viewpoint, just to put an idea without continuation. You really have to understand that the viewpoint has no continuation. The moment that the viewpoint has a continuation, you already have a space. Why do you put a viewpoint. You put a viewpoint and then you put points to view. Why? Because that creates continuation. There's an interchange now. Da, 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 communication, da, 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 you have continuation. So you have a potential, no continuation. You just have present time. The next thing that you do, you put someone there. You assuming now the viewpoint. You say, I am the viewpoint. You give the viewpoint more importance than the creator of the viewpoint. The moment that you say, I'm a father, I'm a mother, I believe in that, I see that, at that moment, you lost it. Because you are not everything, because potential is everything. When you say, wait, can you explain why the viewpoint has no continuation in the beginning? Okay, look, so I'll explain it again. So this is the beginning, yes, this is the theoretical beginning. And what we have here, at the beginning here, what we have a potential. The potential to assume a viewpoint. You didn't assume it yet. You have a potential. I can put something there, but it has no continuation. I can say, and it has no continuation. Why? Because it's not really in the physical universe, because in the physical universe, for something to continue, you need two. Okay? So you just have a viewpoint of, I can put something there. No continuation. Okay? Now, so you put something there, no continuation, and then you say, okay, I want to put someone there. So you have the idea, and now you put someone there. Okay, you put someone there, now you have two, now you have a continuation. So you assume a viewpoint. So basically, if this is life, and you have billions of viewpoints, 8 billion of viewpoints, every time you take a viewpoint, what you do, you make all the other viewpoints wrong. Assuming a viewpoint is an action of making other viewpoints wrong. You get it? Are you with me? So this is why we need to have the ability to assume multiple viewpoints. This is why you need to be able to win and lose without the same level of enthusiasm. The more viewpoint you can assume, the more you control. That's why you cannot be right and in control, because right means limited viewpoint. Unlimited viewpoint means control. Because if I see only, let's say I'm driving a car and I see only what's happening in front of me, but I don't see the sides, I don't see what's going on inside, I don't see the back, I don't see anything, you will not have control. Okay, Jim? So basically, when you assume a viewpoint, you decided on one thing, you moved away from endless, from infinity of ability to create an idea, and you limit yourself to a viewpoint. This is what I think. I think that I can do blah. At that moment, you removed yourself from being unlimited into being limited, regardless of how big is that viewpoint. Are you with me or not? Good. Okay, good. Yes, yes, Ron, this is amazing. Okay. Jim, yes, Jim. Okay, what is an example? Let's say, let's look at an example, okay? Let's say you're a child. Okay, let's say you're a child and you have, let's say that as a child, it's not exactly true, but let's say that as a child you have unlimited abilities. And you decided, you know what? I don't like cheese. What you have done now, okay, you have these unlimited abilities and you decided I don't like cheese. You put a viewpoint. So all those things that create cheese, people that like cheese, as far as you're concerned, they are wrong because you don't like cheese. Now, later on, you decided, I don't like, I don't know, Jewish people. Good, another limitation. That's it, you become blind. Because the moment that you put a limitation, the moment that you put red lines, the moment that you put any kind of a viewpoint, what you create, you limit yourself. And the actual process is like that. The actual process is like that. This is unlimited, like you have anything, you can assume anything, okay? Now you say, well, you know, I just don't like cheese. Okay. This is, you took a small part of you. And then you say, I don't like speed. And then you say, I don't like, I don't know, Jewish people. And then you say, I don't like lies. And then you say, I don't like height. And then you say, I like blondes. Oh no, that's an exception. No, I'm joking. And then you say, I like blondes. And then you say, I like my children. And then you say, whatever you say, every time you say something, what happens is you limit yourself. You see that? So that doesn't mean that I have to agree with all other viewpoints. It means that you need to be able to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. It means that you need to see, not agree, just be able to experience anything. I think I'm more open than to think whether I prefer is the only right viewpoint. I think I'm more open than to think whether I prefer. I'm more than, okay, I'm not sure that I understand, Jim. What you put, when you put a viewpoint on the physical universe, you create limitation, 100%. Be open to everything, attached to nothing. It's actually be willing to experience any viewpoint. Be willing to experience any viewpoint. Don't limit yourself because I'm open to other ideas even when I have a viewpoint. If you do have a viewpoint, you're not open to other ideas. Because if I have a viewpoint that I don't like gray, and I say, yes, I'm open to hear that other people like red. Beautiful. But can you like red? No. Good. So you're not open. You're open to listen. You're open to let them talk. But you're not open to red. I don't eat pork. Well, I'm open to other people eating pork. Are you willing to eat pork? No, 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 no. You have limitations. So you're actually not open. It's either you can have anything, yes or not. I eat pork or not, irrelevant. Irrelevant. Someone lied to me, it's fine, not a problem. Nothing. It's not a, no. Everything okay, but not lie to me. Someone tried to kill me or killed me. Can I actually experience it? If you cannot, someone will kill you and can kill you. If you can experience it, no one will kill you because you are in control. So this process, you have a potential to assume a viewpoint. Then you need to put someone there. Once you put someone there, you look at something. That someone now can look at something and you have space created. Once you have space created, you can put something within the space. You put something within the space, not necessarily with continuation. Then you have something is a fact. What you actually have is duplicate of the original, which is actually the 4th dimension. So let me explain that. So how do drugs like heroin works with this? Aren't they really bad for survival? They're bad for survival because you are already an effect. But did you notice that there are some people that can take a cyanide, which is worse than heroin, and nothing will happen to them? And some people will die? And some people used to take heroin way before the current society, and nothing happened to them. So there's something that's stronger, bigger than the facts. Does it make sense to you or not? Yes. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yes. Good. Yes. Good. Now, if you're not participating in the chat, I can promise you that you'll not get what I'm talking about. Promise you. You need to be part of the discussion, even if you don't understand, and it's okay. Or if you don't agree, what's true is what's true for you. But you need to participate, because if you don't participate, you will not. You're just inhaling and you will get shocked. I'm the only person I know who can drink and not feel an effect of it. Wow, JJ, that's amazing. Agreed. Good. Excellent. So you've got the potential to assume a viewpoint. Then after that, you put someone there, because once you assume a viewpoint, once you have this potential, you will use it. You put someone there. Once you put someone there, it will look at something. Once you look at something, you have something there. Once you have something there, it will create, and it will create effect. An effect, what effect is actually duplicate of the original. So in order to have a wall, if this is a wall, you need to have a duplicate wall in order to have a wall. If you think about the 4-dimension, is if you touch anything, I don't know if you remember the Matrix, when in the Matrix when Neo was just been getting out of the Matrix, you remember that he touched the wall and the wall had like depth and it started to cover him. Do you remember that in the Matrix? Yes? That's the 4-dimension. The 4-dimension is a kind of a thickness that something have. Yes, it is my favorite movie, yes. The 4-dimension is a thickness. In order to have a wall, you need a duplicate of a wall, and you need someone to watch the wall in order to have a wall. You understand? In order to have a barrier, you need someone to walk into that barrier and be stopped. Otherwise, there's no barrier. Observation. This is really fascinating. Okay? So what you have facts is a duplicate of the original. You created something and now you recreate it without taking responsibility. You leave the earlier one there and you put a duplicate. Otherwise, it won't be a duplicate. Yes, you get an agreement, Lizette. Yes. Yes. Don't understand the duplicate part. Okay, I will explain. So, because this universe is composed of plus and minus, okay? What is plus and minus? Plus and minus is duplicate. Someone put plus, left it, and created a duplicate. The duplicate is minus. Are you with me? So you say, I love, at that moment, in an irresponsible way, you say there is a possibility of not love. You say that's big, you know there is a possibility of small. There is a duplicate on the other side. Did you understand that duplicate, what I'm talking about, the duplicate? So for every plus there is minus. This plus and minus, that thickness here, the distance between the plus and minus is the 4-dimension. It's not opposite exactly, it's a duplicate. Because plus, you've got exactly the opposite minus, true, but it's a duplicate. We just want to distinguish it, so we're calling it minus. But it's actually a duplicate. You see, the fact that it's opposite, it's only in order to create for us something to distinguish, because in this universe, we need to add lies. What is the lie? There is a duplicate, and we're saying that it's not a duplicate. What's the difference between right and wrong? Right and wrong is exactly the same, just with different symbol. Right, we're putting plus on it, and wrong we say minus. Beautiful, we say plus, and minus is ugly, yes? Are you with me on that? Yes. So all we do all day long, we go and we say one side and we ignoring the other side. We say, I love you, but the truth is, we say, I love you, I don't. Because there's no love without no love, yes? If there's love, there must be no love, yes? Yes, exactly. It is, the reason it is in order to get you to lose your abilities, to lose your power, to lose your potential. This is the reason. Because now it's convincing you to live something uncontrolled. The laws of this physical universe is you agree to this law in order to trap other people, and now you are trapped in it. Yes, because there's always two in this universe. It's not a postulate, counter postulate. It is just the opposite. It's just a duplicate. It's not a counter, it's a duplicate. That we want to give it a symbol. We're saying minus, which will explain our irresponsibility. Okay, good. So now, what can we conclude? What can you conclude from that? What can you conclude? What are the conclusions that you can get? What can you conclude so far? What can you conclude from what we went so far? Just from the thing we got so far. What are the conclusions? That the physical universe pulls us out of present time. Leah, very true. That I know nothing, okay. We are all messed up, okay. I'm the creator, that's very true. That you must be open to all ideas, yes. We are creators, yes, Candice. That we need to constantly create, yes. You need to create to get you back, exactly. That present time is actually before time, and thus it is the moment of creation. Curtis, that's very smart. As soon as you use energy, you stop creating, that's correct. You're changing, you're making something wrong. The use of energy is the use of making someone or something wrong. This is fascinating. To have full potential, I would to control both sides, and no idea is super. Okay, create space. Good. So let's have a look at some of the conclusion. What you say is true, but I want to summarize it. Okay, number one, you have as much as you can assume viewpoints or have ideas. You have how much you will have as much as you are in potential. Assume a viewpoints or have an ideas. That's what defines how much you have, how much money, how much love. The moment that you go away from simply assuming a viewpoint or having ideas, you stop having. The more you believe in the physical universe, the less you will have. You are as poor as you don't create ideas. You are as poor as you agreed to the physical universe. It is just too simple. Thank you. Thank you, JJ. Yes, Cheryl, it is amazing. Yes, you are as poor as you agree with the physical universe. Because if you agree with the physical universe, you will need to work very hard. And if you will see, the more people agree, the more they work hard, the less they have. People that got it, don't work as hard. They create, but they don't work hard. I understand. That's why we're here, to teach that. I'm here to teach you how to get to that. Right now, I'm just showing you the problem. You understand? I'm not teaching you how to use ideas and how to come up with ideas and all of that. First of all, you need to understand the problem. Because if I'll tell you that the only reason you don't have money is not because you didn't born Jewish, It is because you don't put ideas. You will look at me a bit weird earlier, but now you're starting to understand that. That's true, Cheryl. It is true. So, since plus and minus in the physical universe, then are there really only two viewpoints? I mean, like cheese, not like cheese, not like cheese. Yes, in the physical universe, there's always only yes and no on any subject. And the more you will go into the physical universe, the more you will be irresponsible, because you take a viewpoint at any given moment and you ignore the other side. You say, I love it, I'm upset, I'm happy. Always you put one side. Always you put one side, always. You say, it's hot, it's cold, I'm comfortable, I'm uncomfortable. You don't say, I'm comfortable, I'm not comfortable. But that's what really happened. That's why the law of you need to be able to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm is so powerful. Are you with me? Yes, good. With you, perfect. Excellent. At least some of you are with me. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's much better. Here we go. That's much better. Yes, perfect. Excellent. So you have as much as you can assume viewpoints or have ideas. Now, ideas are senior to facts. Ideas are senior to fact. That's really important. Ideas are senior to fact. But you all day long look at what are the facts, what are the facts, what are the facts, what are the facts. You want to know facts, you want to know facts. You are dying to have facts. And if you don't have facts, you invent them. If you don't have facts, you invent facts. If your child don't come home at midnight and he said that he will come at midnight, you immediately start to invent facts. This is really fascinating. And the ultimate fact is you die. Like you cannot change that fact. This is the ultimate fact. I'll die. I'll show them. So ideas are senior to facts. It is too simple. That's why it's hard to explain. Because what we're doing is the beginning was simple. So when I look at the beginning, if this is the beginning of time, yes, this is the beginning of time, there was only plus minus. Very simple. And then there is another plus minus. Yes, so there's another plus minus, and there's another plus minus, and there's more and more, and you get more and more complexity. And they're all connected. They're all connected. Yes, they're all connected. The plus connected to the minus, and the plus connected to the minus, and this connected to that, and they're all connected. They're all connected. And what you get is complexity. So time is there only to get you away from you. And what is you? Simple. Simple. You just put an idea and it becomes true. Thank you, Marcel. Thank you. Thank you. You are beautiful. So ideas are senior to facts. Certainty is also senior to facts. If you're simply certain, thank you, Bao. If you're only certain, you will see that certainty alone brings about facts. Certainty alone brings about knowledge. Certainty is senior to facts. It's actually the creator of facts. To have something, someone has to be convinced, certain, knowingly or unknowing, that the something is there before it is there. So to have something, someone or something have to be convinced that it's there before it is there. Or for cyanide to kill a person, the person must be convinced, certain, that the cyanide will kill him. So you agree, you create anything before it's there. To have something, someone has to be convinced that it's there before it is there. It's not it's there and then you get convinced. You first get convinced and then it's there. Are you with me? Mind blown. Yes. Yes. This is really fascinating. So if you don't have money, you need to be convinced that you cannot have money or that you don't have money. So if someone was unknowingly was given the cyanide pill, they won't die. If they didn't agree before, they won't die. Won't die. Because there are people that don't die from cyanide. There are people that go and don't see the effect of something. They just live their life and they don't see the effect of something, and everyone is aware of it and get affected by it and pay nothing. This guy smoked 20 packets of cigarettes per day and he lived to 100 years old, and you ask him, whoa, you know, what about the cigarettes? And he said, what about the cigarettes? Don't they affect you? No, they don't. But everyone knows that cigarettes get you to get a problem with the breathing and this and this. He said, no, not to me. I didn't know about it. Yes, good, JJ. Now, to have anything, you first need to have someone there that look. That's amazing, yes. To have anything, you need to first have someone there that look. So to have no money is something, you need to be there to look and say, I have no money. To close, the closer you get to energy, the further you get from yourself. The closer you get to energy, the more you believe in energy, the more you study energy, the more you deal with energy, the further you get from yourself. You see that if someone is a real engineer and he believes only in energy and he knows just about energy and he doesn't believe, he doesn't think that anything can happen other than cause and effect, he gets away from himself. He's a total effect. In the cigarette example, how do you turn out the world, tune out the world so you can smoke all day and never be affected? That's what we're going to learn. That's what I'm going to teach you. Right now, I'm teaching you about the problem, telling you about the solution, not how. Yes, that's why I need 25 hours or more, okay? What is the universe? Listen, this is, we've been 2 hours of going more or less about the same material that I went through the first time, the first introduction, and we are at slide number 8. You understand? This is still, I'm on slide number 8 of the introduction, of just showing you that there is something that you need to know. So people who work out at the gym, are they not using energy to build their body? No, they don't use energy to build the body. They use the ideas. The only reason the body get built is because they had the idea. And if they didn't have the idea, I have many people in the gym that go to the gym and do the same exercise as me, and they don't grow, they shrink. And they're not older than me, they're younger than me. Yes, we need. I agree, Candice. Okay, do you understand what I'm talking about? There is something here that is very hidden from your view, which is your real potential, and everything around you convince you continuously not to use your potential. And I come and I tell you, listen, there is something else here. There's something else. There's something that's called potential. There's something that is your ability to bring ideas for no reason at all and to change your life to such a degree that anything will be possible for you. But if you do that, if you just throw ideas around right now, everything around will go against you and you will collapse. Aaron, that's true. Thank you, Marcel. Yes, the same. If you just throw ideas right now and you will go around and you'll say, oh, okay, ideas, let me put ideas, put ideas, everything in the physical universe will go against you and you will collapse. So while you understand that, while I'm explaining to you, if you will not learn the actual gradient to implement it, you will have so many losses that you will be deeper in the shit than before you started. And that's what happened when someone tell you, well, you know, there's the secret and all you have to do is to think right thought and not left thought and everything will be right. It's not working. All you get is losses. So what would happen if everyone on earth would realize their true potential? We will have heaven, and right now we have hell. That's all simple. What is the universe? What is the universe? What is the universe? Yes, it is true. I know it is true because I bring the result. What is universe? What is the universe? What is the universe? John say universe is condensed energy. Good. Just space you create. Okay. A space composed of ideas. Good. Sum of all limitation. Kurt is good. Viewpoint. Okay. A universe is very interesting. That all universes, your own universe, physical universe, other person universe, game universes, magic universe, there are different universe or used to be different universe. All of them, without exception, is all universe are the result of dropped responsibility on ideas. A universe is the manifestation of dropped responsibility. This is unbelievable. So what's going on in your mind? What's going on in your mind is all the thing you dropped your responsibility on, because if you took responsibility, there won't be a universe, there will be no continuation. Yes, wow, yes, it's amazing. If we all have responsibility, there will be no universe existed, 100%. There will not be a universe, there will be only potential. And we'll be able to go in and out of games knowingly, not as a pawns on the board. John said, now it is the time to say, wow, wow, wow. John, you are right. Now that's the time. Wow. So if you have a universe and you have a company and you drop the responsibility, what you have now is the universe that's called my company. It's your small universe. And the universe can be a company, a universe can be a relationship, and it's all drop of responsibility. Because if you have a relationship that you took full responsibility for, you will not have a universe. You will not need something to feel it. You will not need a body to sense it. The spiritual universe is included in this. The spiritual universe is included in that when it becomes a universe. Very interesting. Very interesting. The moment you start using energy instead of idea, you what? What happened? What happened the moment you begin convinced to use energy instead of ideas? Limit yourself, yes. If I have a company and I take 100%, it won't have a company. Yeah, you won't have a company, you'll have a creation. You'll have something that gets created and created and created and created and created. It will not be, it will not affect you. You will create it. You lose your potential, you lose your power, you go away to a potential, lose potential, to from, relinquish responsibility, lose your potential. Excellent, you're right. The moment you start using energy instead of idea, you lose your ability to decide. And so you think you lost your ability to generate ideas, and so you are trapped. Welcome to Earth. This is what happened to you. You started to use energy. You started to use energy instead of idea. So you lost your ability to decide what, to bring about ideas. So you think you lost your ability to generate ideas because of that. You didn't. You really didn't lose your ability to generate ideas, but you think you did. And because you think you did, you are trapped. And what you created is Earth. Good, Candice. Okay, does it make sense to you? Does it make sense to you? Good. Yes, yes, yes. So far, so good. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Now, I want to tell you what I'm going to deliver in the From Zero to Hero. I'm going to cover it very quickly, and next week we will continue. We are only on slide number 8. I want to give you much more data before we actually starting the seminar, because I really want you to understand what I'm going to give you. Because what I'm going to give you in this seminar is not something, it's not how to sell, it's not how to have good relationship, it's something that's similar to all of that, because once you will have that, once you will have this data about ideas, about how to undo facts, about who is you, then I can teach you how to play different games with that viewpoint. What does it mean with that viewpoint? I will then be able to teach you how to have relationship, which is a game, but this time those relationships will be something that will have no continuation, but will be constant. Constant, I mean not changing, but every time it will be 0 times, 0 times, 0 times, 0 times. They will not affect you. You will affect them. Okay, so this is really fascinating. From zero to hero, how to demonstrate your potential. Okay, so basically all I'm going to teach you is how to demonstrate your potential, not how to demonstrate that you can change energy, because that will trap you. Okay, so number 1, it is a series of 12 seminars. It's about 25 hours where you will discover the true you. Each lesson will cause you to see more through the fog of lies, which is life to all people. Yes? Each lesson will guarantee you will become more in control, and as a result, more wealthy. So I want to see that you will get wealthy. Yes, I will show you that by ideas alone you will have. So my guarantee for you, as long as you attend the full series, within 12 weeks from starting the Powenar series, you will know that you control your life and will demonstrate it in the physical universe. It will be the most powerful data you ever encounter. It will allow you to take where you are and bring anything you want by ideas alone, not work. It's not that you will not create work in the physical universe, but you create the work, not to do the work. No more tiredness, laziness, procrastinations, since you will restore your ability, which you never lost, to be the potential and postulate energy rather than use energy. You understand? The whole idea here is to fix the basic problem. And the basic problem is use of energy, the belief in energy. This is the basic problem. Yet everything around you sells you on using energy. You eat, energy. You sleep, for energy. You talk, for energy. Everything you do is for energy. You're trading energy. And every day you get closer and closer and closer to no energy. You get further and further away from you. Does it make sense to you? Do you see that? Like, what's the point? We're getting away from ourselves. The more energy I use, the less energy I have. I become older, less able, and why? It doesn't make sense. Confidence in applying what you learn, since we will drill tuning in and controlling your environment without the use of energy. You will see that the only thing that you can do in life is handle spaces, nothing else. Spaces, not energy. And you do that by ideas, because a space is an idea, it's not a fact. No more being blinded by people and situations, since you will learn how to observe, not by looking. So no one will be able to cheat you anymore. No one and nothing. You will observe, or you will learn how to know how to control things by observation, not by looking. The difference between observation and looking is looking, you are an effect, observation, you are cause. You put it there or it is there and you look at it. You will stop doing things you don't want to do since you will be introduced to you. When you do something that you don't want to do, it is not you. Do you understand that? When you do something that you don't want to do, it is not you. This is really fascinating. It is the most basic, the most important seminar if you want to improve from that moment forward. Truth set us free. If I'm not free, it must not be true. That's correct. It is not you, and you are perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not you. I'm telling you that for a while. If you've been with me for any length of time, you know that this saying of mine, if it is not perfect, it is not you. Yes, if it is not perfect, it is not you. Okay. This is really fascinating. Okay. John said, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you. Okay, what else in it for you? You will be able to predict and so eliminate worries, since we will restore your ability to separate yourself from the effect you create, and by that gain control over the effect you create. So we will actually, you will see that we will separate the inhale and exhale. We will separate yourself from what you create, and by that you will not be the effect of it. You will never be wrong again, and you will lose the urge to make others wrong, since you will drill assuming any viewpoint. That alone, if that alone is what you will achieve, you're fine. You will never be wrong again, and will lose the urge to make others wrong, since you will drill assuming any viewpoint. Does it make sense to you? Do you understand how powerful it is? Yes, it is. It is the most unbelievable thing. You really want it, believe me. Now, result will not require effort. As you will learn how to use affinity, the long arm of the spirit, on yourself and others, you will not need effort. If you're using effort, something is wrong. And you will be able to postulate, since you will handle the 3 fake realities that prevent you from postulating. Okay. You will be able to have anything you want simply since you will learn how to validate despite all invitation to do otherwise. Now you will think, if you look around, you see that you had things that you didn't like during the day today. Maybe the door did not open, maybe you forgot the keys, maybe someone told you something that you didn't like, maybe someone cut you in the road, maybe you wanted to buy something and you didn't have enough money. Any one of those things is actually an invitation to invalidate. You think you invalidate the situation, you think you invalidate the person, but actually you're invalidating yourself. Every time you find fault with someone else, you're actually invalidating yourself. And when you're invalidating yourself, the result is you cannot have. Because when you invalidate yourself, you invalidate your ability to bring about ideas, because those ideas has been given to you. I forgot the keys. That idea has been given to you. I don't have enough money. That idea has been given to you. Do you get the idea? Do you see that? This is really, really fascinating. Yes, good. Excellent. At least 3 people see that. That's good. That's not bad. Exactly, Arjuna. Good. Yes, Ahmed. Excellent. Aaron. Will we remember how to be in the physical? You don't need to remember, you will know. Remembering actually saying that you need to go to the past. I don't want you to be in the past. That's the problem. Good, JJ. Good. Life will become a fun game since you will learn how to handle any situation by creation alone. You will have a therapeutic effect on others since you will have the true viewpoint about you. I am perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not me. Your life will be more beautiful as you will stop criticizing others and so stop inviting criticism to yourself. This is unbelievable. And you will become more wealthy since you will handle those things that stop you from observing and communicating and so becoming wealthy. And of course, much more if you know me. So this is what we're going to do. I'm not actually selling you still yet on that seminar. I'm telling you what you will have on the seminar. It is a seminar of, theoretically 25 hours. Practically, probably it will be a little bit more. If you've been in one of my seminars, you know that I'm not working based on time. I'm working based on results. So it will take as long as it takes until the results are there. So this is really what we're going to do. Next Sunday at the same time, I will have the continuation of this seminar today. So we will complete the introduction, probably another 1 or 2 seminars. Get ready. This seminar is not cheap. The seminar from zero to hero is not a cheap seminar. It's not an introductory seminar. It costs a lot because the value is so high. So figure out the ideas, figure out how you're not putting limitations, because that probably will be the most important, the most amazing investment you've done in you. I don't think, from what I observe, I don't think anyone can actually improve without this data. Don't think so. And you will see that people been in a lot of seminars and a lot of study. Yes, they observe a little bit, but they not even got closer to becoming wealthy or rich or who they are. This is what you need. Okay, so that's all for today. In the meanwhile, that was for free. And your exchange with me is to go to Facebook, Instagram, and actually thank me or give me a success story or put your viewpoint. Thank you very much. That's all for today. I love you. Thank you for attending. Thank you for listening. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Mwah. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Kate, Curtis, Marcel, Tracy, JJ, Bao, Anthony, perfect, Nick, Avery, Jim, thank you. Kumar, thank you. Arjuna, I love you. I love you, Arjuna. Yes, JJ, mwah. Tracy and John, love you. Vadim, you are very welcome. Toda. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.